Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Crispin Field for tonight's soccer matchup between Berwick and Dallas. So we got our setup here. We're in the press box. We're ready to go. And we'll be getting underway here as Dallas will get a kick here from about 25 out. Neely sends one. Big blown there, but we met. Coming up with the quick save. Jay Meniscus will join us shortly here tonight as Berwick looks to exact revenge against the Dallas Mountaineers who beat them last week in a tight affair. Conrad gets it over. There's Meniscus saying they get over, and they somehow keep it in, and they will just keep crossing all over the place. It'll go over to number 23, Katie Starr. Conrad kicks it out. So Meniscus banged up a little bit. She's got the thigh brace on from the last game between these two. And our referee, Joe, he's excited about this game tonight as well. He's one of the lead referees in the Wyoming Valley Conference and in District 2. Starr battling over there with Gallagher. Good hustle between Gallagher and Starr, and we will get a push, and it'll go Berwick's way. So in goal is Morgan Solano for the Dallas Mountaineers. Big ball. Off of DeFinis, off of Conrad. Fernandez lurking over there. And Kayla Fernandez, give her a half an inch. She gets it. Going to get a whip? No. Finally, eating away. DeFinis will get one over towards her buddy. And, oh, just missed over on that far side. So a nice job. DeFinis tried to cross that up and get it over towards her teammate. We appreciate you joining us tonight here on the John Mendola Show. So this thing will go the other way, and now it'll be Fernandez. Fernandez likes to lurk around a little bit and circle around. She and Megan McNeely kind of a similar type of player that they'll lull you to sleep a little bit and then come back and rip one. And now it'll come back the other way towards midfield, and that's where Berwick will try to get the offensive attack working, and it'll head back, and this ball will go out. One of the questions all year for Berwick has been just trying to keep fresh bodies in the game. These girls are awfully tough, and they play really well. But it's tough to just keep that energy for 80 minutes, and in some cases, possibly then some. So we're about 5 minutes into this contest, and there's no score between Berwick hosting Dallas tonight here at Crispin Field. And Solano will kick it out. We will welcome in our friend Jay Meniscus tonight with us. He'll be joining us any moment now. And Fernandez now has an opportunity. Kayla Fernandez looking for wiggle room and off of Conrad's leg. There were 4 defenders near her, but Kayla Fernandez can find that little window. Good hustle over there by number 15, Cologne for Berwick, but it ends up going out on Berwick. McNeely now. We'll see what she could do to move around, but she's got Katie Starr right in her back pocket. Now it comes back over to the freshman defender, and now it'll go back over to Gabby Starr. So the Starr young ladies are pretty darn tall, Jay. They could be a little bit of a matchup nightmare for teams.
Yeah, Berwick definitely has some size advantage.
So 2 teams that match up well on paper and, of course, on the field. Last week, these 2 played on Friday. Meniscus trying to get involved there. It'll go over to Fernandez. Fernandez comes wide. She's got Cologne. She'll look for DeFinis and send it down over to her. It'll be Conrad coming over there, and Caitlin Conrad trying to get it out of DeFinis' way, but DeFinis hustles it, and it'll end up being a Dallas goal kick. So a good job, good body control there by the defense of Conrad.
Yeah, good positioning. Everyone kept their shape and was able to fend off. Berwick has, with DeFinis up there, has a tremendous amount of speed. So they have size and speed up top. So that's a lot to match up for Dallas.
So it'll be Morgan Solano kicking it out here for DALLAS tonight. John Mendola and Jay Meniscus with you here On the John Mendola Show, we are driven by McCarthy Tire. DeFinis gets a footsie on it, kicks it back to Cologne, and you see Dallas right now. They've got 6 players back defending. Great cross there, but nobody home, and now Starr will try to get it down, and then it'll be sent out and then back over the other way, Viglone, the youngster. And now a battle here, and it'll go over to Katie Starr. She'll send it back over to the midfield to Gabby Starr. Now they send it down again. So you're going to get a little bit of mileage on some of these midfielders. Young ladies like Starr. She'll run all over the place. Meniscus for Dallas. And you'll see McNeely running around a whole bunch too. But we've seen the forwards for Dallas hustle back. So that is Pomerink now back over to McNeely. McNeely will try to circle around, see if she can find an opening. Fernandez will run towards her, and they body up. And Fernandez wins it, but Viglone gets it, and Cologne kicks it out. So it'll go back over to number 12. That'll be Scarlett Hobson-Tomasic. They cross that over, back over to Meniscus. Meniscus sends a beautiful pass down that far right-hand side to Mead. Mead looking to see if she could get a crosser, but good defense over there by Berwick. Mead still battling there, and it's kicked around and eventually kicked out there by Berwick. So that was Andreas, the defender. She is very, very fast, very scrappy, just like all these Berwick players here. They play awfully tough. They've had a lot of success. Gallagher kicks it out. So we met. The keeper for Berwick is very good, Jay. Her and Solano, 2 of the better ones.
Yeah, definitely tremendous goalkeepers. I would definitely say the 2 best. A lot of good goalkeepers around, but definitely 2 of the top-end ones in the conference.
So here is Meniscus down that other side, trying to see what she could get done. And we'll kick it out here for Berwick. Beautiful kick. Goes back to the defensive part.
55-yard punt. That was very nice.
So McNeely kicks it down towards Mead. It'll be Andreas watching and guarding her, and Andreas ends up kicking it out on that far sideline. So we'll get a throw in here for Dallas. McNeely, a little bit of body control there, and Berwick all over it. And now it'll go over to Mead. Meniscus looking to see if she could create a little room, but Berwick is packed tightly. Now they find the hole over on this left side. Scarlett Hobson, Tomasic. Back over to McNeely. You see Berwick packing the defense back there. They have 8 players back helping, including Kayla Fernandez. So a little move there, no call. And Fernandez will kick this one down and try to get it to Cologne, but Pomerink ends up helping out over there. Here is Viglone. Viglone trying to make a move on the defender. Viglone with a little tootsie pass, looking to see if Gallagher would run over. And good defense there by Berwick, and Cologne will come over and grab it. She will kick that thing over towards the middle. It'll be Pomerink. So here is DeFinis running down. He's going to cross one. Anybody home? Nobody home, as Conrad tried to run with her.
There's DeFinis using some of that great speed she has. Took it down the right, sent a great cross across the middle. No one there to finish.
So here comes Viglone. Viglone trying to do what she could and kicked out there by Berwick. Now it'll be McNeely. She's dangerous from here. She rips one and goes left for We Met. So now the ball back in the center, 23 minutes to go. So the first 17 minutes have flown by. No score here between Berwick and Dallas in the first half. John Mendola, Jay Meniscus with us tonight. No score between these two. Looking to get that first goal of the night. That goes off Meniscus, and then it'll bounce back towards the defense. Dallas seems very guarded, as does Berwick. Nobody wants to let the other team score, but it just seems this is setting up as somebody's going to have to get the perfect ripper. Now, we saw DeFinis had a great cross. Nobody was home for him on that.
Yeah, that was really the best chance so far. Otherwise, you're right. It's been played mostly in the middle. And, right, a little bit of a slow start. You're right.
McNeely sent it over, tried to get it towards Bigelow, but couldn't. Gallagher hustling over there. And they'll go back over to Fernandez. Fernandez trying to win it, hicks it off the defender. Fernandez will control. And here's 3, 4, 5 defenders there. Conrad, great hustle there, gets her leg on it, and she'll send it deep. Bigelow will try to race this down along with Gallagher. But you're going to get great hustle there at a number 2 for Berwick, who's pretty darn speedy, and that is Leighton Force. So we'll get a throw-in down here. It will be Scarlett, Hobson, Tomasic, McNeely. Draws it over. Pomerink. Pomerink could play anywhere on the field. She's playing defense. It's Meniscus. Meniscus working it around. Sends a beautiful pass. Her and Meade weren't on the same page there. Might have had a little too much mustard, but just tried to tweak it through that defense.
Yeah, a little bit of timing was off there as well.
So we'll kick it away here for the Berwick Bulldogs, who sit, I think, 3rd in the district standings right now. I think there's Dallas, Scranton Prep, Wallen-Paupack is lurking.
Yeah, and they play again tomorrow. So Prep and Wallen-Paupack play tomorrow. So that's going to be a important game to determine the seedings as well. So tonight and tomorrow, really what's left.
Lots of feelings that districts may not even happen with the way COVID is going, but who knows? People still preparing as if it will, and Berwick expecting to play into next week. They want to play, as do probably most student athletes. Some programs got shut down. They cross it back over. Meniscus is the only one home there for Dallas. She'll send a deep ball for Meade. Gorgeous pass that's about 40 yards downfield, and Meade will try to outrun number 3, Rayana Andreas. Not many people can outrun her. She's that good. Just tons of speed. So we'll get it back towards midfield. It'll be Dallas on a long throw, and it goes off a Berwick player. 24:49 on the clock here in the first half. DeFinis going to try to use her speed. She could be unmatched offensively with that speed. She's very quick. Conrad, though, able to get the angle and kick that out. Fernandez now. Pomerink. Now back over to McDonald, and Fernandez wants to be right on her. Here is Jordan Meade, but Andreas will do that. So Starr, Gallagher still alive. Gallagher, somebody got right on her heel. Gallagher tries to send it to the middle. I thought she should have just went straight forward.
Yeah, kept going with that. Had got a shot off.
Conrad now. Fernandez lurking off of Fernandez's body. Back over a win there for Dallas out of the back. That is number 12, Scarlett Hobson Tomasic. And now back over to Pomerink. Pomerink sends one down. Is anybody home? Gallagher looking to see if she can make a move. And here is Meniscus using her head. Now over to the other side. Berwick trying to get an opportunity with Lisnock. But that is thwarted there by number 15, Gabriela De Silva. Sent back towards the center, and it goes off of Meade's foot. I think some of the key players here in the middle, Jay, have got to be Fernandez and Starr, number 23. They're going to control a lot. But then you get a player like a Palmerink or a Meniscus in there, as well as McNeely, that they're going to have to make a couple of big comebacks. Sent over towards DeFinis.
And just as you were saying that, they had a couple nice give and goes, worked the ball up the middle, and got a dangerous pass down the wing.
McNeely with an extra move. Starr gets there. McNeely goes down, and she's okay. Just that's one of those sore plays where the big, strong leg of number 23, Katie Starr, goes out. We'll head over towards the side. One thing I have to say already, Jay, I mean, we're still in the first half. There's 22 minutes to go. Berwick doesn't look as energized. They look like they're a little bit tired. I think that one thing when you've watched Dallas play this year, their legs seem to be under them. They've had good endurance most of the year, and that has won them a bunch of games that they're able to run up and down the field.
Yeah, they do seem to get a little bit stronger as they go into the second half. I mean, already you can see a couple of the girls on Berwick looking for air. You can see, but they won't quit. They'll keep coming.
Fernandez comes out. This could be an opportunity for Dallas to try to take advantage with Fernandez out to try to score one. Here's Viglone down that far side from McNeely. Hustles it, but unable to get there. She is one that shows that fresh legs. Seems like she's getting a little faster as the years come on. And she's a hustler. And again, another young player for Dallas. They graduated a lot of players from last year, but they have a nice mixture of experienced players back from last year's team and that youthful charge there in the back mountain, and that's why they have played so well this year. Meade. Gallagher. Somebody needs to make a run on the other side. It's going to be Meade, but Andreas will get there again.
Looks like it'll be a throw in deep in Berwick territory.
There's 20 minutes and 40 seconds right now on the clock in the first half. McNeely kicks it over to her freshman teammate De Silva, pops one up in the air, still alive. Viglone hanging over there and kicked way up in the air by Cologne. Meniscus will try to rush over there. It goes off of Meniscus right near the sideline there, and it'll be a Berwick throw-in. Meniscus kicks it back, and Berwick is there. Meniscus uses her head again. Viglone over towards the middle, towards Gallagher, but it's popped up in the air. Good positioning. DeFinis gets her head on it, and then back over. Here is Meniscus, sends a far ball to the far side over towards Meade. Can Meade make a cross? Meade trying to make a move, but pickpocketed over there again by Andreas, and then she kicks it off of Meade's foot. McNeely now getting over towards that far side. Usually plays a lot in the middle when she's over towards that side. And now DeFinis will try to get a 1-on-2, 3-4 going. A tough position here for Berwick. Two girls bunched 2 feet apart, and Dallas has 5 girls back. That's not, the best opportunity there for Berwick.
Yeah, both teams doing a real good job of getting numbers behind the ball, so they're really getting back into shape really quickly.
I don't think we're expecting a 5-4 game out of this one, Jay. I think we're thinking 1-0, maybe 2-1, but we're thinking this is going to be a stringy, I don't know what the word is, a scrappy kind of game.
Yeah, definitely got to take advantage of every chance you get. I think that's what's going to be the difference in this game. It doesn't seem like there's going to be many chances.
So we're grateful we're able to be here at Crispin Field and give you live high school soccer tonight with 13:30 on the clock. Last night we had Tunkhannock and Lake Lehman live on Roku, live on YouTube, on Periscope, on Facebook, and of course on Apple TV. And tonight, more of the same. You could join us on YouTube right now, and you can go ahead and watch it again when you get home or tomorrow if you're at work right now and you're sneaking a quick peek Here is McNeely. McNeely sends a gorgeous
Nice
ball to
through ball.
Viglone. That's as good as you're going to get. Here's Viglone. Gets behind the defense, kicks it a little bit in. Viglone's still on her feet, but Ouimet is there. Oh, that was a beautiful pass by McNeely.
Yeah, good run. Just had to slide that to, she had Caitlin Gallagher coming right down the middle. Just didn't happen to see her. Coming right down. She slid it to her wide open. But
Rare boo-boo there by De Silva out of the back. The freshman usually has a pretty good beat on the ball and just kind of lost that one. So we'll get Kayla Fernandez to come back in here at the 17:31 mark. She's been battling an injury since last year, but she just toughs it out. Definitely one of the best players in the Wyoming Valley Conference and District 2. Here's a long ball. Gallagher will rush it, but kicked way deep over on this far right-hand side. Cologne trying to get behind the defense. That'll come back the other way, and still trying to control here is Dallas. So Hobson Tomasic, that's a good battle over there, and referee Joe's right there, and one there by Dallas. So Scarlett Hobson Tomasic, she is just a 9th grader, and she's a scrappy doer. So Emma Cologne will go find that ball. It just keeps rolling, and that'll take about 40 seconds off the clock. She'll be back in a couple minutes, Jay, don't worry. All right, so we're, what's that, 15:32?
I think you called it about right, about 40
16.
seconds. Here she comes. She got the ball. She's coming back.
16 minutes. The goalpost is in my way. It's not the only thing in my way. My brains aren't that great either. Here we are. Beautiful crosser. Fernandez trying to get in on that. Hustle, McNeely, Fernandez, McNeely, Fernandez, McNeely. And it's going to go out, and we'll get another corner kick here. Oh, here's the corner. The shot off of the head there of Berwick. Oh, we had to make a quick adjustment. We didn't have the full corner there, so we're working on it. We'll be a little better in the second half with a Johnny on the spot setup we had to make sure to get this broadcast going tonight. Oh, we made it. Solano kicks it. It's going to go out. So Morgan Solano could have had a little better ball than that. Well, that'll be a rare boo-boo. Take out of her. The junior. First year starting, Fernandez. Trying to find wiggle room. Fernandez finds some room. Crosses a beautiful ball way high, but that was an opportunity there for Berwick where she just loves to meander through the defense and seems like she does it at will.
Yeah, she had a player racing towards that back post just a little bit high. That was a really dangerous scoring opportunity.
Sporting the big hair, Kayla Fernandez. Big, strong young lady, plays hard, and there's a bright soccer future for herself at the next level. So here is Berwick. They will kick it over. They'll get Cologne involved. Berwick seems like they're a little more on the offensive here, and here could be an opportunity. De Silva, De Finis, and it'll be one over there as Berwick will get a throw-in. So Berwick gets a throw-in. They'll throw it over towards De Finis, and they weren't on the same page there, and that goes out. We'll get a goal kick coming up. 14-11 here in the first half. No score between Berwick and Dallas. John Mendola, we are driven by McCarthy Tire. We appreciate you joining us tonight. Here's Caitlin Conrad to kick this thing out. She will boom that out, and it'll go off of Berwick's star and back over to the middle, and Meniscus driving her off the ball, but a little too much of a shoulder there, and they will give Berwick a kick here from about the 37, really the 47. Solano sitting back there right on the line. They'll bloop this thing in, and it'll go off of Meniscus's head, and she will chase this thing down. She's got plenty of room, plenty of time. She rushed it just a little bit. Maybe her teammates could have helped her. Said, hey, you got a little extra time. And then it'll go back towards the middle. McNeely battling the taller Star, and Star will win it. And then they get it back over towards the middle. It'll be White Knight. Now to finish. Conrad to finish. She gets it off over towards Cologne and goes off of Cologne's hip, and Cologne keeps it alive. Now back over to Fernandez. Fernandez guarded by Meniscus. Fernandez will send it over to her teammate. Fernandez calls for it back, gets it back. Fernandez, that signature move behind her back, tries to lull you to sleep, then she circles the wagons. And then back, little small ball here. This is all that drill that you do as a soccer player. Back over towards the center with Starr, and now it'll be Gallagher on the hustle play for Dallas. Great hustle out of Gallagher. She's in the center of the field. Here comes Gallagher. She's got Viglone on that far left, but she's offsides. It's called. Just a little itsy-bitsy, the freshman, and that happens sometimes with young players.
Well,
happens with older players sometimes, too.
She's trying to time her run. You can't really blame her. She's trying to get that timing down perfect and trying to figure out when you go. And you're waiting, and then all of a sudden you go just that split second early, and you're off. But nice run. Really nice
Gallagher really has some wheels there for a tall young lady in the center of the field for Dallas.
She does, absolutely.
Fernandez now hustles back. And it is one and staying in. Fernandez has one to beat. She'll send a long ball. This could be perfect for Berwick. Here comes Solano, makes the play. It's still alive. So Solano ran into a couple peeps. I think she's going to be okay. She's tough as Pomerink checks on her. But that was almost disaster for Dallas. Opportunity for Berwick. That was almost perfectly executed there.
Yeah, Solano really just saved a goal there. Came out and put her body, saved a goal.
So a great job there by Berwick. Kayla Fernandez, awesome opportunity. And we get the whistle because the officials were not ready. Not in position. Just under 11 minutes to play. Want to thank our friend Bo Orlando, the athletic director here at Berwick, for helping us out, getting us a nice spot tonight here in the press box at Crispin Field here on the John Mendola Show. Fernandez, nice touch pass, little much, and Conrad gets rid of it. So Cologne tried to get her footsie on it and just couldn't get there.
Really, the last 5 minutes have really been a lot of Berwick down on this side, on the Dallas side of the field. Really putting a lot of press on.
Fernandez gets it over towards to finish. McNeely boxes her out. That's a little basketball move there off of McNeely. Over to Pomerink. She gets it out of dodge. Back over to Gallagher and back over to Berwick. Now Gallagher rushes that on that far side. And now Pomerink trying to keep it alive. And then is knotted down. So here comes to finish with those super fast wheels, makes a quick move to finish. Looking across this thing, gets the ball away from her a little too much. There's a high shot, far upper 90, and the Berwick Bulldogs score it. Number 23, Katie Starr.
Nice shot from about 30 yards out in upper corner. No one's going to really save that. Right into the corner.
That's as gorgeous of a shot as you're going to get. As Starr finishes it there for Berwick. So a tough one there for Dallas with Solano. But again, that's Berwick scores a lot of 20, 30, 40-yard goals. They got some girls that could just rip it from there. And there's just as good of a spot as you're going to find there to put it where nobody could have got it. So here comes Dallas trying to get offensive. Fernandez lurking, gets by one. She will slow it down, try to get some more stuff going. She goes back 8 yards, surveys a little bit. DeFinish makes a nice little nifty move. She'll rush, and Solano comes in. So Conrad was defending, shielding, and Solano came up just on DeFinish. Here's Viglone trying to get a rush. It goes off the upper body there for Berwick, and that is force. Back over to Viglone. Scarlett hops in Tomasic, now to Meniscus. Meniscus trying to make a move. Forgot the ball, but that's the tall body of Katie Starr there. And now DeFinis makes a quick move. And Conrad kicks that into the stands. Row number 12. So a throw in here, and Fernandez. Fernandez will try to get back over towards the middle, sends the ball towards the middle, but Dallas is there. Miscue, and now it's Cologne. Cologne will try to get it towards the middle again. Pomerink gets that out. It'll be McNeely and Starr. McNeely kicks a high ball over to De Silva on that far side. No, that's number 14. That's her friend that looks Tellis and De Silva, two girls with that big ponytail. They both have the headband on. So Tellis is the offensive player. De Silva is the defensive player for Dallas. Both ninth graders.
A little bit of a new spot there for Tellis. Usually he's not up on the right side out there. She's usually in the middle, so interesting trying something new there.
Here comes Berwick. Meniscus now trying to make a little bit of noise tonight and see what she could do battling that injury. But at this point in the season, a lot of girls are banged up, and then we get an offsides call. Somebody was off over there. I don't think it was Viglone. I think it might have been Gallagher there in the center.
I think you're right. I think she was up and came back and got back on sides.
7 minutes and about 7 seconds here on the clock in the first half, with Berwick clinging to a 1-0 lead. Here is Berwick across the center. Fernandez. There's 6 defenders back there. Here's Cologne. Here's Conrad rushing. Crosser, and Dallas gets rid of it. Fernandez will rush down. Viglone will try to get something going, and Fernandez ends up winning it. Fernandez, she just ran about a half a mile there, running all the way back, trying to help her team out. Viglone trying to see if she could run enough to outrace the Berwick defense, but Force kicks it out. So there is 6 minutes and 13 seconds to go, and is that Fernandez tightening up?
Looks like a cramp.
No whistle. And they will play on, and 2 players down here just trying to stretch out and keep them in the game. So Fernandez getting tight in the calves. You'll see that with some big, strong athletes. And here is Dallas trying to get it down to that corner, and they kick it back over towards Berwick. Pomerink now. Back over to Berwick, but nobody is home. All Dallas defenders right near midfield. And then goes over and off Meniscus's leg. Pomerink sends one. Could Gallagher still be onside? She is.
Was.
Gallagher got some company and just couldn't control as Berwick converged pretty quickly. Meniscus. McNeely. Starr right on her heels. Tomasic. And now Cologne trying to control. Nice job by Caitlin Conrad back there defending. Viglone. Fernandez. Fernandez wins it. Fernandez looking. Fernandez sends one towards the finish right off the collarbone and then back over to Fernandez. Fernandez sends one over, but it's going to be the defense for Dallas getting things going again. They'll try to get it by, but it'll head back as Berwick does a good job there. We'll send a deep ball. McNeely is still on because somebody was in the center there. McNeely now. See what she can do. It is one over there by Gabby Starr. So the younger Starr wins that and sends it out. We'll get a Dallas throw-in now coming up. It's going to end up being a corner, Jay, or?
No, I thought Berwick did a nice job of hustling back and kicking it out to make sure it only became a throw.
So a throw right on this side of the flag. And they'll pop that up in the air, and of course the taller Starr gets her head on it, just as you would expect. Nice job there by Berwick once again to finish. Doesn't have the numbers. 1 on 3, now 1 on 6. She will get a body, Cologne, over there. pickpocketed. DeFinis will now charge out like she always does. DeFinis slows it down, looks for somebody. See out of that space in there, Jay. We'll talk about that later. There's 20 yards there. DeFinis trying to weave her way through and shoots over to the right. So the shell of the Dallas defense back there protecting, but they leave that big gap.
Right.
Berwick would need to get somebody up in there.
Well, and Fernandez has kind of dropped back down and is just sitting right in there. So if you notice, she's pulled back and is looking right for that open space.
Conrad gets her foot on it. Back over to Fernandez. Meniscus wins that, kicks it over to Starr. Now it's McNeely. McNeely can't get around Starr. And Fernandez and McNeely match up, and then they both hit the turf for a half a second with 2:41 to go on the clock. McNeely wins it, and that one probably about 5-6 yards away from us, Jay. That almost came up and met us in the press box.
It was close.
So a great battle of student athletes here going at it. Berwick will get a throw-in. Fernandez goes and has a seat. And I guess you could go have a seat, stretch out a little bit while the play's still going on, and it's not that big of a deal. And then just walk back on the field.
Should technically have to ask to come back on, so.
Let's see what the officials do. So Fernandez ends up going out.
Actually, it looks like they subbed for her, and she's just staying on the side.
Just stretching out. Fernandez just hopped the fence, and now she's going to try to stretch out over here, trying to stretch out those calf muscles. So now it is Gallagher. 1:15 on the clock. Gallagher, 4 defenders there. Gallagher trying to weave through the best she could, and she gets ankle picked over there by Starr. Cologne now looking. Cologne will send it over. And now it'll be Meniscus, and she will kick it out. Less than a minute to play, like 50 seconds. Berwick winning 1-0 here over Dallas. They get it behind Meniscus. Dallas kicks it deep. It'll be a footsie race. Big Lone trying to get there. But it is won over there by number 17, Seeley. And they will kick it back to Ouimet. But Ouimet kicks it. Oh, that was almost dangerous. And then Gallagher hook it up, and Gallagher goes down. Penalty should be on Dallas, a push from behind. And that's what they call. So the parents getting a little bit feisty. 21.6 seconds to go. 1-0 Berwick winning. And Gallagher does get up. Now, Fernandez climbs over the fence here with 21.6 seconds left here in the first half. Was trying to stretch out and get herself going again. She took off her spikes, just suffering from really tight muscles down there and some cramping. She's had that lower leg thing going on. So we hope she could get back on the field because she's a nice player. Headed out, Big Lone. Back over towards the center. Meniscus, and Meniscus now controls. Meniscus tries to send it through, keeps it alive. Meniscus tries to get it through again. And finally, the third time, and it is McNeely over there. McNeely rips one towards Ouimet, and Ouimet gobbles it up with 2 seconds on the clock, and that will do it for the first half. Berwick 1, Dallas 0. We'll be back for the second half. We are back here at Crispin Field for the second half, 1-0 Berwick. So we're getting ready to get underway. I think we made enough adjustments. We're a little more ready to go here for the second half between these two. So they'll send one down here, Dallas, but Ouimet scoops it up. So Ouimet is already heading off to college next year. If I remember correctly, she's going to Cal of Pennsylvania. I thought it was between that and IUP, but I'm pretty sure it's Cal. Nice young lady and plays well. Here is Kayla Fernandez. Ball on her footsie. She had some leg stuff going on today, especially late in the first half, and it was kicked out there by number 20, Shelby Bedoni. So Bedoni is another ninth grader. Boy, they got a lot of youth in the back. Here is Berwick. A shot. Oh, just wide. Oh, unfortunate there for Berwick. Looked like a nice rip.
Yeah, she snuck in behind that defender on that side, and they played it through, wide open.
So that was Cologne. Emma Cologne wears 15 for Berwick. Playing into the night. Tonight, a 6 o'clock start here at Crispin Field. Proud to give you plenty of girls soccer this year here on the John Mendola Show. We'll get a little bigger, a little better next year, and try to get some other sports involved as time allows. And, of course, hopefully we'll have some sports. Just don't know what's going to happen. So Dallas gets an errant shot out there by one of the freshmen. They will now throw a deep throw-in on that far side. Pomerink over there but trying to defend. Another throw-in coming here for Berwick. They've got everybody in the kitchen sink back, and then Conrad kicks that out. Back over towards Berwick, trying to get a little stop, drop and roll, and make something work. They're playing short ball here. Fernandez kicks one over towards the middle. She was just on this side. DeFinis gets one alive. Here's a possible header, and then coming over is Solano. So nice job there as Norowski tried to get her body on it for Berwick. Hustle coming up, and it'll be DeFinis winning it. Right now, Berwick wanting it a little bit more than Dallas. Dallas is going to have to get sparked up here. Berwick still alive. It's DeFinis. DeFinis sends one down, but nobody's home. And Conrad will watch that roll out. Energy. We watched a little bit of the energy, Jay, in the first half. It seemed like Berwick was a little lax to start. Then they got that ripper. They seem a little more energized now.
Yeah, they do. They come out firing right up, and Dallas now looks de-energized a little bit. So they're going to need to find something and kick this back in if they want to get back in this game.
Conrad. Fernandez's head. DeFinis. Back over, Conrad will circle. Pomerink is there. She'll do a little give and go, gets it back. Give her a little wiggle room. They back off her. She gets it over towards her teammate, and not able to get any mustard on that was Norowski. Just kind of like a mishit, unfortunate. If Norowski was able to get all of it on it, she had a good angle on Solano.
Yep, that ball was bouncing, tough volley, though. Got some leg on it, just not all of it.
So back over towards Fernandez, but Dallas ends up kicking that out. Throw in here for the Dogs, and now they'll send one in, and it'll go off of Conrad. Conrad will settle, and then bloop one towards midfield, back over to Gallagher. Gallagher gets it off her upper body, and she'll try to look around and see if she can play a little footsie ball, and she does, to get it down that left-hand side, trying to get by Starr. Gallagher with a little move around, kind of a half Mager.
Yeah, I think Dallas needs to get a little quicker attack. When they slow it down like that, Berwick's all getting behind the ball. They're all running back, so.
Fernandez keeps that ball attached to her foot. Fernandez trying to go down the far sideline. Conrad over there. And they'll say it's out on Fernandez, and then She'll be held up a second. Now she'll get a quick throw over there. Goes off of one of the Berwick players. Now Pommering, good with space. Tries to get it to McNeely. McNeely gets by Starr. McNeely sends one down to Viglone. She's on sides. Viglone, Andreas, Viglone. Going to have to get rid of it quick. Makes a quick stepper. Nobody coming down the center right now. And Berwick kicks it away. They were waiting to see if McNeely or Meniscus would fill that hole. And Berwick ended up winning it there. That's where Dallas would have need to rifle through. It is to finish now with those speedy legs. Meniscus chasing her. This is going to be a good battle. Meniscus wins this one. To finish right on her. Good shield there by Meniscus. And
had a nice shove in the back there right as she was.
Yep. And to finish, just a hard-nosed player like a lot of these Berwick girls we've mentioned. Dallas is pretty hard-nosed as well.
That is true.
McNeely.
Through ball by Megan. McNeely.
Andreas and Viglone. She's lurking. Viglone just looks like she's developed as the year has gone on and become a little bit more of a threat here for Dallas. She may win one of these balls where Dallas needs it here to try to tie this thing up. We'll get a throw-in over here by number 15, De Silva.
Not sure what's going on down there, but referee holding the game for a minute.
They're waiting for some boys to walk by the net. They're clearly past the goal. So it was like 30 seconds. They're saying wind the clock. The clock was winding the whole time. So now the officials are going to talk, and the clock's still going. And they're going to try to get it reset, I think. So referee Joe there in the center is going to talk as they look at the clock to try to get it reset. And, of course, we're just looking to see what numbers they're going to throw at us up top here in the press box. So did he say he wants 50 seconds on the clock?
I couldn't hear if he said 15 or 50.
So 33:58. So they got the time set. We're ready to throw it in, and it's all good. So the throw in here for Dallas. Oh, that's a tough one. De Silva just kind of had a miss hit, took one of those double English bounces and goes off. Now kick back up in the air, and it'll be a Dallas throw-in. De Silva looking to get it over for the offensive end here. Viglone getting bodied up over there, and we'll get a call. So we're going to get a direct here out of McNeely. McNeely will look for a little room. She better gather quickly because no Berwick. Two people are there. McNeely now she has everybody set, ready to go. Those players are 10.
She asked for 10. They're going to measure it, pace it off. He's backing him up a few yards.
He's got the 10. He's got an eyeball. Didn't even have to pace it off. An experienced referee. 33:03 on the clock. McNeely looking for that perfect ball. Sends a deep blooper, and Ouimet takes care of it. So Ouimet will boot that thing out there. Bounces all the way down on the other side. And now here is Fernandez. Across the midway. It'll head down to that far side, and it'll roll out in Dallas. We'll get a throw in. Meade will see if she could receive this throw from that far side. And another ball was thrown out that way. We got two people in the far stands, and we got 100 plus here in the near stands. It's Fernandez and Meniscus racking bodies over there, and it'll go out on Dallas. Fernandez wanted it a little bit more. Fernandez and Conrad and her met there in the middle, and the bodies collided. back over towards Berwick. They will try to get another opportunity here. The only goal of the game by Katie Starr, and unable to control there, and it goes out, and Berwick will get the throw in here. 31:42 on the clock. To finish, chops that down, and then we get a call. Dangerous?
I'm not sure. I think it looked like he called it dangerous. I couldn't see what the referee signaled, so that would be my guess. I did see her foot come up.
Conrad will boot this thing, and that'll go out. So some experienced officials here tonight. Get a far throw in. DeFinis tried to sneak by the Dallas defender, and it goes out of bounds. Big throw in here for Dallas. And we'll get a push on Berwick. That'll be on number 4, Norowski. So Pomerink will set up Conrad, and Conrad will...
Not sure why Dallas is not pushing up when Caton has this. They seem to be hanging back. There they go.
So they got Pomerink short. Well, they'll send this thing towards Gallagher, and Starr will win that out of the air. Starr gets it over to Fernandez. Meniscus trailing her. Beautiful ball down to DeFinis on this far left-hand side, and offsides. Okay.
Ref was right there. It looked a little close on our end, but...
Yeah, you know, I got this post. Nobody would know I got this post. So I'm looking through the one side window of the press box. There's still a front view of the press box, and there's some room I didn't see where the other defenders were, so I don't think I had the perfect angle on that, but official was right there, and Conrad sends that deep. Fernandez settles. Gallagher chasing her right on her tail. Gets a beautiful ball back to Ouimet, who gathers that and sends it down to the other way off of Meade. Meade trying to see if she can make a run on that far side and trying to pickpocket defensively. And it's nice job there by McNeely. It goes forward for Dallas, but nobody home, and Ouimet will come over and take care of it. So a possibility there for Dallas, but again, time ticking away. We are a little more than 10 minutes into the second half, 29-23 on the clock, and Berwick leads by 1, and another whistle here in the center. Pomerink will set this up. Her and McNeely will take care of it. One of them should run. Somebody should set the ball and figure it out, and then they finally do, and then they'll get the offense going. Might it be barely out? Well, the official right there. Nice Hawkeye there by the veteran official to see that. Off of DeFinis' leg, Katie Starr bloops this up, and that's a fly ball in center field. Here is Meniscus. Meniscus able to get a little wiggle room. She's got a little more, sends one down for Meade. It's going to be a great cross here if Meade could get to what she does. Meade able to, not happen. Berwick came over. It's back to Meniscus. Meniscus back over to Meade. Meade waiting back to Meniscus, but Fernandez is right in her pocket now. Fernandez just harasses enough there, and then it goes out. (23-17) on the clock. Meniscus get a little bit more energy here in that second half. Again, that thigh bothering her. She took off the thigh brace saying, you know what, I'm going without it here in this second half. Here is McNeely. Talented junior. De Silva, but Force wins it out, and it'll be kicked out, and Dallas will get a throw-in. So the opportunities for offense, Jay Meniscus, very limited tonight.
Yeah, a lot of the game's been played right in the middle. Not many great opportunities to score so far. The one or two by each team, and Berwick took advantage of one.
Dating myself, the Malachi crunch there on Viglone as two Berwick players took care of her. Fernandez sending one. DeFinis is down that far left-hand side. DeFinis trying to cut back. DeFinis trying to see what she can do. She's got people in her pocket back the other way, and DeFinis sends one over towards the left side of the goal. So tried to make something happen. Thought maybe she should have crossed it back, or she had Leighton Force running down this, Gwen Norowski running down this left side, maybe rolled it over to her. But nonetheless, Berwick still trying to keep that offense working as Fernandez will head out for a little bit with 26:56 on the clock here in half number 2. Dallas trailing by 1. Pommering trying to beat Starr. Pommering giving up several inches there, and it'll go out. Yeah, maybe feet. You might be right on that. I mean, Pommering just plays with so much heart. But Starr's got so much ability there. She knocks down Big Lone. She's a big, strong young lady, and she's not afraid to play physical. Here's McNeely with an opportunity for Dallas. Sends it over towards the side, and it goes right over to a Berwick player, and now it'll get over towards Meade. Meade will try to circle back a little bit, flips it over to Meniscus. Meniscus gets rid of a couple of feet, and then now it's Meniscus rolling towards the middle. Meniscus trying to stay alive, and she gets Malachi crunched over there, and then Ouimet kicks it out. So a nice job by the goalie Ouimet, and unable to get unleashed there is Dallas. Meade sends a nice pass to McNeely. McNeely trying to work it. McNeely rips one off of a Berwick player that's still alive. Now it's off Meniscus. She's looking behind her, looking in front of her, and Berwick just has 6, 7, 8 players back there. Just too many for Dallas to get anything going. It'll come back the other way. Dallas trying to work it, but Berwick has a little bit of momentum running forward. They'll send it down that far right-hand side. And that looks like White Knight. And that looks like a hold. And I was looking almost for like a yellow flag on that one. That was like a true hold. So we'll get a directee over there for Berwick.
Right in the danger zone for Berwick, right in their wheelhouse, about 20, 25 yards.
This is where normally you'd see Kayla Fernandez rip it. She is out on the side right now.
Dallas looks like they had 7 people in the wall. They decided to peel some off, which is good.
So now they got 3 back here. That looks more like 12 yards to me, but they're going to say it's 10. And here comes the ripper. And it hits the post. Morgan Solano ran over towards it, and then Dallas quickly hits it out.
Yeah, that was close. Looked like Morgan, Dallas goalie Morgan had it covered, but hits off the post, and that is
ball still alive in the center. Big Lone trying to harass Berwick, and Starr now tries to make a little move. Starr tries to get one going, but McNeely wins that in the center. McNeely now trying to play a little more energized for Dallas with 24, 22 on the clock.
Yep.
Goal post. Body goes down. People still going around. Fernandez still trying to stay loose over there for Coach Paul, the Pippa, and the Berwick Lady Dogs. So here comes Conrad from the back. She'll send a simple one over towards the center. And Big Lone, and no. So Ouimet will take care of this. Dallas sitting atop the District 2 standings. Off of Meniscus's leg to Silva. The finish was coming fast. Big Lone gets it off her head. Still inbounds. Andreas, it somehow stayed in, and then she'll kick it out.
Dallas does seem to be getting a little momentum lately, so I'm not sure if that's because Berwick's trying to defend a little bit more with the lead.
23-23 on the clock. Meniscus makes a quick move. The ball got away from her just a hair there. And now it'll go over this way. Now it'll back over to McNeely. She'll get her defender to come up. Dallas looking, seeing what they could do. They'll send it back to McNeely. Starr is there. Starr gets in the way of McNeely, and then her sister gets rid of that off of Pomerink right now. And then kicked away. Gallagher tried to get it in there. Starr over there. Clock ticking away here as we're almost near that halfway point of the second half with Berwick leading 1-0.
Berwick definitely putting a big effort to get numbers behind the ball every time. They're definitely not pushing out high. Definitely look to be defending. And Fernandez looks like she just checked back in, so maybe that'll change a little bit now when they put her in. Maybe they're looking to weather the storm a little bit, or she got a little break.
We appreciate you joining us tonight here on the John Mendola Show. An opportunity there, and we got a whistle.
Like a handball on Berwick.
Thank our friends at McCarthy Tire Service for sponsoring us all season long. DeFinis with a little pickpocket move. And DeFinis still staying after it. And DeFinis still trying to keep it alive. And then Conrad will kick that into Viglone. Thought that might have been going out. Viglone somehow kept it alive. Viglone battling tonight. Back over to Pomerink. Pomerink like to see to get her a little momentum because she's got a good motor. It is Fernandez. Berwick just kind of lulls you a little bit to sleep with Fernandez and the way she plays slowly and just kind of picks her spots. Doesn't have the motor going 100 miles an hour all the time. Gallagher battling in the middle against Starr, and they'll call that on Gallagher.
Looks like DeFinis might be having a little cramp problems now. It's down stretching.
So these Berwick athletes stop the clock is what they said. 21:06 on the clock, and DeFinis looking like she's getting ready for a track race, and she probably could. She's awfully fast, but I think she's cramping up just a bit, and they'll come over to see her.
Looks like she's up and walking around, which is good news. Oh, she's going to go back to stretching.
We haven't seen much cramping, Jay, this year. I haven't seen hardly any cramping in football. We used to see that all the time for years and years and years. And I don't know if there's been education with that with the football thing or because the weather wasn't that hot this year. But I've seen more cramping over on the girls' side this year. And, again, not much, but a little bit more than the guys' side.
Yeah, maybe the science is getting there. I know some of the kids trying to eat right and balance their diet out. Maybe that helps.
And you just have some naturally tight athletes with, they're just muscular, and that happens. So here is a nice job there by Meniscus to get it out. McNeely, Fernandez, what hustle there, wins that battle, and then De Silva is right there. But a good battle in the center with players going head-to-head, and Fernandez just hustling that out. 20 minutes and 41 seconds. Fernandez sends one over towards the center. Meniscus keeps adjusting that headband when she knows that ball's coming. Little win here. Fernandez, Pomerink. This is a good battle. Pomerink wins that one. And now back over to Starr. It'll be Gallagher chasing her. Here comes Berwick. Try to chop one towards the middle. Uh-oh, Fernandez gets a shot into the far right. Couldn't get all of it on it. So officials chatting a little bit, just making sure they're on the same page. We are under the halfway point here in the second half. 19 minutes, 54 seconds to go. Berwick, 1-0 here over Dallas.
Really big difference in the first time these teams played on Friday. I thought there were a lot of scoring opportunities on Friday, and now today, very few so far.
It's just been a tough season. We've seen some of these games kind of go back to back. Fernandez, Conrad, and Fernandez goes down. Hoping for a call, but I didn't see anything. Just bodies hitting each other over there. And it'll be a direct, it'll be a goal kick here for Dallas. So Wilkes-Barre and Dallas had a similar situation earlier this year where they played just a week apart. And Berwick and Dallas, it's very similar. Here comes Berwick on the left-hand side trying to make something happen. That is number 12, Morgan Lisnock. McNeely over towards Viglone, and it'll go out. So Berwick will get a throw in. That is Andreas. And that'll go out. Another throw in here for the Bulldogs. They'll bloop one over towards the center. And now it'll be number 15 for them. That'll be Cologne. Cologne surveying, trying to get by the defense. Cologne, lots of patience there. Gets it over to her teammate. Nice little touch pass, but just couldn't find her teammate. Now, could Gallagher get past the defender? Gallagher runs into Abby Seeley, and they will call that on Gallagher. So her and Seeley met there right around the 32. 17:42 on the clock here in the second half. John Mandola. Jay Meniscus with you here on the John Mandola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire Service, located in Wilkes-Barre. And they will boot this thing down. Meniscus, again, that's probably her 10th header tonight. Good thing she's got that thing on her hair. And they'll send it over towards the center. McNeely trying to chase, but Starr there, and McNeely gets it over to Big Lone. Can somebody fill the hole? Big Lone. But Andreas, Big Lone somehow gets by Andreas there and then gets pushed from behind. They will call that. Here comes the directee. Crowd not liking it. The other part of the crowd loving it. So it'll be McNeely again.
Really kind of flat to the goal. Hopefully Dallas looking to treat this like a corner kick.
So the angle is tough here for
Not sure
McNeely.
you can score from here, so I'd like to see it come across the front like that. Great ball across. Just Berwick beat him to it.
Fernandez off her head.
Oh.
Conrad got her leg on it, but Webet is right there to say, get it out of there.
First shot on goal in quite some time, actually.
So Emily Webet, the goalie for Berwick. Fernandez. Her and Conrad hit each other. Nobody moved on that. That was muscle against muscle. Now Meniscus running towards the ball, and somebody got in her way and knocked her over. And now back over, it'll be Conrad. Back over. Oh, that was a call there. Just being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Conrad went for the ball, and number 15, Emma Cologne, happened to be there. Luckily,
lower in her head as her foot was coming up. Lucky that was not worse.
Yeah, luckily Cologne's okay. No intent there by Conrad, just, as you say, the wrong place at the wrong time. Big boot here by Starr. And Starr has somebody break free, and Berwick has a chance. Solano, get rid of it. How about that opportunity for Berwick? And Solano came up and lucky to make a big play there for Dallas to keep their hopes alive with 15:21 to go. Off of Berwick, throw coming here for the Mountaineers.
A game-saving save by Solano.
The stingy Berwick defense right now, hoping to keep it alive. Ball on the field. Joe will go get it. And now we'll get the throw in. Pomerick running down. Good step in there for Berwick by number 12. Get it over towards Fernandez. She gets the business from behind. Nice job defensively by number 14, Tellis. Now the throw in. Can anybody get there? No. It'll be Webet getting there. McNeely was lurking. Webet, an experienced senior, saying, get way back there. That'll take 12 seconds off the clock. And she bombs that away, Lorraine, just past midfield to finish now. Cramping earlier to finish, not cramping now, and using those quick little wheels that she's got. Meniscus battling here in the center. Meniscus remembered the ball and got it back to her teammate as it took one of those strange bounces. And this will take a bounce here, and it'll go out. Big Lone right there. 13:47 and counting. Meniscus now for Berwick. Meniscus sends one over towards the center. Headed there, no call. And it'll be a Dallas throw-in. Meniscus trying to get behind the defense, but it'll be Pomerick. Pomerick will look. Pomerick will kick it out. So McNeely is a danger for Dallas, but they can't seem to find a window. Gallagher usually a pretty big danger as well. But right now she is out. DeFinis sends one down that far side, and that'll roll out and gobble up 20 seconds of clock. Mead will look to head over. Mead stays by that sideline. It almost looks like she's out of bounds coming in all the time. She hugs that Dallas sideline where
really
the players
does.
are.
She's really trying to spread the defense.
Very disciplined. I mean, the coach would say, listen, I want you 1 yard here from the sideline, and she keeps it all the time. Here is Fernandez. Fernandez kicks one towards the center. Anybody home for Berwick? No, it is Dallas all over it. Back towards Meniscus, but it is Fernandez winning it again. She'll do a give and go. She gets a little bit of wiggle room, and she gets pickpocketed over there. Then a ping, ping, ping play by Berwick as it bounces around. Now it'll be DeFinis with it. DeFinis looking. DeFinis sends it back over to Starr. Starr sends a blooper to this far side. And offsides, yes. Thought she was off. I saw Morgan Solano put her arm up like, that's offsides, right? 12 minutes exactly in this contest here at Crispin Field between Dallas and Berwick. The 1 seed Dallas currently. Berwick is the 3 seed. Wallow-Paupack, Scranton Prep lurking for districts. Will there be districts? We don't know, but we're just happy to give you some high school soccer. Here's Fernandez opportunity. Kayla Fernandez trying to keep the ball alive, and they are right in her pocket. And a nice job back there defensively is Dallas.
Nice defensive play by, I think, Bedoni that was.
Nice job, Shelby Bedoni. A little pickpocket action. Here's Meniscus. She sends one, bloops it towards her teammate. Great pass there. It's towards McNeely. Over to Mead. Mead now has it. Somebody's got to fill the hole in the middle. Racing down the center is somebody. Here's Mead across the middle. Berwick's there. Back over towards McNeely. Star's right there, and she kicks it into the stands. A great save by a random dude over there with a hooded sweatshirt. Here is McNeely. Meniscus sends one across. Big blown. Oh, we met came out. What anticipation there from Emily Ouimet. And she bombs that one just past DeFinis, and it just keeps rolling. She'd be a great punter. And there's a body, just a little incidental contact. Here's McNeely with an opportunity. Megan McNeely off her nose. McNeely towards the center, and there's just going to be one too many Berwick defenders. Now it's Meniscus. Gets it over to Mead. Mead back over to Meniscus, and just a large body there. And Katie Starr, the Tolly, running in and saying, not going to happen here. Throw in here for Dallas with 10:10 on the clock. Plucked in the air. Back around. They can't find it, and then it'll go back over just past the dude with the hooded sweatshirt. Back to the side. And Berwick still trying to control. Mead will try to hug that sideline and play it, but Berwick gets rid of it. A little bit more energy here out of Dallas, Jay.
Yeah, the last few minutes they've been pressing, not creating a whole lot of dangerous opportunities, but they're pressing.
Viglone, Andreas Viglone. Viglone keeps it alive. Viglone gets pickpocketed late by Starr. Great defense there. Andreas Viglone's gotten a step on Andreas a couple of times, using her body smart.
Yeah, Starr made a great play to come over, cut that off, and not even give him a corner kick.
Here's a throw-in. Shielding. Andreas gets rid of it. Now it's a corner for DALLAS Dallas with 9 minutes and 9 seconds on the clock in the second half. It'll be McNeely over there. So Dallas has 3 players back. They're going to send Conrad. Now they'll go with 2 players. Probably a smart move. I would send the kitchen sink. Here comes Conrad making a run, and McNeely sends one across. Need a Tolly. Oh, it goes off the Tolly for Berwick Starr. Tallest player on the field, and she makes the play again for the Berwick Bulldogs. So we'll get a substitution here for Dallas. It'll be Gallagher coming back in.
Like Fernandez getting another break going out.
We're going to get a whistle there. It'll go against Dallas. So Gallagher playing aggressive tonight. And I don't think you'd want her to play any other way. It's a physical game. And Dallas is down a goal. So they're going to have to try to play as physical as they can to try to tie this thing up. Here is Emily Wimet. Boots this thing out. And this will go to the back. De Silva plucks it in the air. Meniscus trying to survey to see if she can win this. And then bodying up over there, and Berwick wins it. Nice battle there by number 15, Cologne. Her and Meniscus scrapping. Mead. Gallagher. Here is Pomerink. Pomerink sends a nice pass right to McNeely's footsie. McNeely trying to make a move. Sends it over to Viglone. Viglone right there. Can she get a ripper? She gets something, but it was side net. Nice chance there. Tough one because the defender was closing so quick there on Viglone. Pomerink towards Gallagher. Two defenders there. Could Gallagher get back behind? Gallagher with a ripper over to the right.
Just wide.
So Gallagher, we know she's powerful. We know she's fast. She's lurking right now as a possibility here, but the clock not on Dallas's side. My eyeball saying 5:39 on that clock, Jay. 6:39. I got to get my eyes checked, I think. All right, here is Meniscus.
In the last couple minutes, really some momentum by Dallas, keeping it down here, but they...
Meniscus plops it up to Mead. Mead with a possibility. Mead, they are all over her. That is some tough defense. Great shielding there by Berwick on that far side. And we'll slow down the clock. Let's throw in Fernandez. You got to like the coaching tactics here at the PIPA. You take off 23, 24 seconds, and you know what? All of a sudden, you're under 6 minutes to play now here left in this. Fernandez and Meniscus. And it'll go Fernandez's way. Throw in off of Fernandez's head. 3 bodies over there. And then out of bounds, and it'll be off Meniscus. So we'll get a throw in on that far side here for Berwick. Pomerink plops one up. So we've seen a lot of plop-ups here in the last moment or two, and Dallas needs some ground balls. Off of Meniscus's head. Fernandez with a monster throw down the sideline. That's going to eat up at least 15 seconds is the way I'm looking at it. Eventually Dallas kicks it out, and Berwick gets an opportunity here with 5:05 to take their time, grab the ball, throw it in.
Yep. Smart not to be in any hurry there.
Fernandez. Across the middle to Finnis, and Finnis gets a footsie on it, but it'll be Solano. Solano gets a boot. She's going to send it over towards the side. Viglone will be there, but Berwick has 2 girls just kind of waiting for her. And they do the pickpocket thing and slow down the Dallas attack with 4:33 on the clock. Viglone trying to use a little bit of body control, her and Andreas. Viglone, young player, saying, hey, she used her arm there. The referee was right on it. DeFinis gets it off her head, and then that'll be out. And that will take some more time off the clock. Here is Berwick salting it away. Very little opportunity here for Dallas with time running out in this contest. Berwick leads with 3:59 on the clock, and that'll go out of bounds. And everybody's saying, hey, we need a ball. And now the Dallas girls are going to literally jump the fence to get the ball and get back in. That's how much you want it. You're not worried about no stinking fence. So here is Berwick now the other way. Back over to Fernandez. Fernandez was lull you around a little bit, sends it over, but Berwick steps in front of it. Back over towards that far side. Cologne, Meniscus trying to win it. 3:29 and counting. John Mandola, Jay Meniscus. We're driven by McCarthy Tire Service here in the John Mandola Show from Crispin Field, live tonight. Last night we were live between Tunkhannock and Lake Lehman. This weekend we'll have some more high school football, so we hope, between Crestwood and Lake Lehman. On Saturday, that's a 1 o'clock affair. This thing blooped up, and Solano will go run for it. And they'll get this kicked out of the back with 2 minutes and 57 seconds to go. Berwick wins this. Caleb Fernandez lurking. Caleb Fernandez to make a move. Conrad there. Fernandez. And we'll get a call, and it'll be Berwick. Fernandez just well disciplined there to just say, hey, I'm just gonna keep this away from you.
Yep, just shield it and end up getting a call. Take about 30 seconds off by the time they get this back in play.
2 minutes now and 25 seconds. And Berwick will send one across and still alive. And then it went out. So Solano and one of the Berwick forwards went at it, meaning they collided. It'll be a Dallas goal kick. So here comes Dallas kicking it out. And it'll come back over this way, and then it'll go that way. And Fernandez kicks one. Solano grabs it out of the air with a $1:52 to go. Solano takes this thing down, and Berwick just sends that one deep.
Smart by Berwick. Just keep pumping it down there. Kill time.
Solano sends one deep.
Dallas has to win one of these balls out of the air if they want to get.
Meniscus going to find it here. Kick it backwards just to try to get them settled a little bit. And, yeah, it takes a few seconds, but just try to settle down and see if you can get an attack going. Because right now you're in a little bit of panic mode, as you should be, trailing by 1 to a talented Berwick team. Dallas pretty darn talented, too, because they're playing great soccer this year. Tonight, Berwick just one rip better than Dallas. That's the difference in the game. Dallas just really didn't get a rip at the goal. Maybe 1 or 2 chances, not many. Under 1 minute to play here in this contest between the Dallas Mountaineers and the Berwick Bulldogs. Fernandez across the way, over towards the middle. It's McNeely now. McNeely with 44 seconds towards Big Lone, and Treyas wins it out of the back. And they'll send it deep again. Let's just kick it to a space where nobody's at. Conrad will run over. She'll try to get it to Meniscus, but it is Fernandez keeping it alive. And now it's Conrad. 23 seconds on the clock. A wing and a prayer right now for Dallas. McNeely hustling over. 20 seconds on the clock. Now Big Lone. Not many white shirts coming forward. Is this going to stay in? No. And the Berwick Bulldogs, they're going to win this game tonight here against Dallas as the clock ticks away. Berwick with the 1-0 win against Dallas, and they're pretty darn excited, and they should be here at Crispin Field. Jay, your final thoughts?
Yeah, 2 pretty evenly matched teams. You said it a few minutes ago. One big shot is the difference in a pretty balanced game. So teams played almost exactly even if you add up the back-to-back games they played. So evenly matched, and 2 really good soccer games they played over the last week. So
it was Dallas winning last week, Berwick winning this week. Hey, we'll see if the district playoffs happen, and if Berwick and Dallas are able to get there, should be pretty fun. Your final score tonight, Berwick 1, Dallas 0. Thanks for joining us here on the John Mandola Show.